Hey y'all, welcome back to the Pendryhome, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Lakin, and today we are going to be having a full day of homemaking, some cleaning motivation. I'm also just going to be taking you guys along on our day and just showing you what a day in our life looks like here recently. I'm also going to be giving y'all some life updates during this video of everything that has been going on here recently, filling everybody in. So without further ado, let's just continue on.
Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. Out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the
What?
Say hey to everybody.
Hey.
He's like,
Always.
I wouldn't want it any other way.
the full life updates is going to be coming towards the end of this video, but I did want to tell y'all something so exciting that happened this past Friday. Joe Dallas took his first steps, and so he has been showing signs of walking since he was 7 months old. He started crawling at 5 months, and since he was 7 months old, he's been able to stand up on his own, and like he just free stands. Like he has all of the strength and skills for it. He would walk with like a walker type thing, or if you were holding his hands, he would walk. And then finally he's been walking like with you one-handed, and then so he's just been so nervous. It's just been a confidence thing for him to let go of your one hand. And finally Friday night he let go and took his first steps. He took like 3 or 4 steps, and he did it about 3 or 4 times, and he's been doing it ever since, like consistently. And then actually when I was filming this video, he did it in the kitchen, but I was in the way and you couldn't see it. We were so proud of him. So when I was cleaning up the kitchen from supper later on in the video, and anywho, so he's been standing up now and taking a few steps, and then he'll sit down. So he's not like full on walking yet, but he is almost full on walking. He's very proud of himself. We're so proud of him. He's growing up way too fast, and I just had to brag on him for a minute and let y'all know he turned 10 months old on April 18th. And so yeah, it's just gonna get more fun from here. I said in my last video I was just super excited about his first birthday, but also it's gonna be so bittersweet as well because he's growing up so quickly on us. But he is just he's the sweetest little thing, and just so cute. Of course I'm biased because he's mine, but anywho, I hope y'all enjoy like all the little snippets that I do include of him in videos, because obviously he's my pride and joy. But yeah, I just wanted to tell y'all that he is starting to walk now, and we are so proud of him. So Joe Dallas is now awake, and he's all dressed, and I fixed his hair. So I've been growing his hair out so I could do a little comb over. Unfortunately, like it's almost long enough to where it'll stay, but it's not staying quite yet. Yes, darling. Oh, baby. So anywho, I just wet it and combed it over, so maybe it'll stay. I put a little bit of hairspray on it just to see. Can you give me a kiss? Are you giving mommy kisses? Last night when I was reading him his bedtime story before he went to bed, he was kissing me. He just kept kissing me. Every time I would like turn the page and start a new page, he would just kiss me. Just kiss me, kiss me. You're so sweet. He's becoming quite the little love bug here recently. He just wants to kiss you and kiss you and kiss you.
Wish that I could stay in this moment forever, so I can hold you in my arms.
I also wanted to mention that later in this video, you will see that my fireplace in our bedroom is all taped up with blue tape. And that is because we have honeybees in our chimneys and they were getting into our house. And so to keep them from getting into our house, they taped up the fireplaces. The nests are too far down in the chimney, so they couldn't get the queen out to get the nest out. So for now, they're just going to enjoy being in our chimneys. They're actually in both of them, and we just have them taped completely off. So that is what the blue tape is around our fireplaces in the house, and you'll especially see it in the bedroom later on. So last year, whenever he was born, and my mom stayed with us, for like a month, honestly. I think it was about a month. She stayed with us whenever he was first born to kind of just help out and everything. And so thankful that she did. We had cut up some strawberries, and I don't know if y'all have ever seen that you can take the head of strawberries when you cut them up and actually plant them. And hopefully what will happen is that you end up with strawberry vines. Well, ours worked and they came up this year. And so I've got 3 pots here with strawberry vines. I'm so excited. They do need some water though. And I'm going to show y'all what they look like. So here is my strawberry vines. These are just alpine strawberries. And so actually what I'm going to end up doing is you're supposed to take them off. Houston knows a little bit more about this than I do. But so you can't harvest them, like eat them for like 2 to 3 years. But I've got all these little baby strawberries. My shadow's in the way. And what I need to do is I'm actually going to end up repotting them and stuff too. And my mom actually has a greenhouse, and I'm going to end up taking them over there and putting them in the greenhouse. So that way they will thrive, and then in 2 to 3 years we can harvest all these gorgeous little strawberries. But I'm so excited about those. We definitely did not know if it would work or not, and it did. So I'm so excited. I also have some pots of red oxalis down there too. Red oxalis is just a really great like flower bed filler. It's so pretty. It's very low maintenance. So I've got 3 pots of red oxalis, and I'm actually going to get some for one of my friends as well, because she wants some for one of her garden beds.
Grow up in the blink of an eye and move out and be on your own. But no matter what comes your way, I will stay right here beside you to catch you if you fall. And deep and abiding, liking for you is all I need. Until my heart gives in, I will do everything I can for you.
So let's talk about life lately. So life lately for us. So back in February, unfortunately, I have been suffering with some health issues, and I even debated on if I was going to open up about this or not over here, or just kind of keep it to myself. I'm a very private person. When we went through infertility, I didn't even share that process until after I was pregnant with Joe Dallas, and then I later on shared our IVF story and everything. And so unfortunately, and it took a lot of courage for me to even share that, but I knew that hopefully it would be a help to someone. So that's why I went ahead and wanted to share it. But unfortunately, it was a few days, I think it was like 2 days after Valentine's Day. I ended up having to emergently go into my gynecologist's office. As y'all know, I have PCOS and I have hypothyroid. And unfortunately with those 2 things, it causes a lot of health issues, and think it was 2 days after Valentine's Day, I ended up just starting to pretty much hemorrhage blood. And it was very, very scary. I was up all night long, and I knew something was wrong, and Houston knew something was wrong. And so then as soon as I could call my doctor's office, I called, and I was, told them kind of what was going on. And they were debating if they were going to send me straight to the ER or let me come into their office. And I kind of pleaded with them, and I was like, please just let me come into your office. I would rather just come in there and have an ultrasound done and kind of see what's going on. And so I ended up, like I said, emergently going into my gynecology office, and they did an ultrasound. And unfortunately, because there was just so much blood running through my uterus, that they couldn't really tell what was going on. Other than that they knew that they needed to slow down this bleeding. And so they put me on some medication, and they still, like I said, didn't really know what was going on. They thought possibly that they may have saw a uterine polyp. And so the plan was to just put me on some medication, get the bleeding under control, so that way I could at least have a normal life or feel a little bit more normal, and until we could kind of figure out what was going on. And then I would come back in for a follow-up to have another ultrasound done to see exactly what was going on, and hopefully then maybe they could see if it was really a polyp, and if so, during this waiting period, maybe things would clear up and heal with the medication that they put me on. So they ended up sending me home on some hormone medication, and y'all, that medicine made me feel so bad. I was on it for a whole month, and I bled the whole entire month. Thankfully, the heavy bleeding stopped, of course, but it still just every day. I bled the whole entire month. I bled all the rest of February, all the way into mid of March. And actually, I didn't quit bleeding until right before we left for Charleston. Actually, it was like the day before is when I finally quit bleeding. And I just prayed. I was like, Lord, just please let me, at least be able to go out on the beach and enjoy my time and everything. And thankfully, he answered that prayer, and I didn't bleed while we were there. But so then I think it was the week after we came back home from Isle of Palm, Charleston, I ended up going back in for my follow-up ultrasound, and they still wasn't 100% sure if there was a polyp on my uterus, but pretty much what's happened is that my uterus, just from all the trauma of going through IVF and then having gotten pregnant right after that, of course, and then I had a very traumatic labor. I know I haven't even given y'all my labor and delivery story yet, and all of that, my uterus just is having a hard time healing from everything. And so unfortunately, I am going to have surgery in a few weeks. It's actually the Friday after Mother's Day is when I'll be going in to have surgery on my uterus, and just trying to clean up everything and hopefully get everything regulated back. I'm thankful that the last few weeks I have felt so much better, and things have been okay for the most part. I definitely have days where I just feel really exhausted due to my hormones and everything, and then kind of just everything that's kind of going on, with my uterus and ovaries and whatever else. So yeah. And then also during that time, Houston ended up getting on March, I think it was March the 1st. It was either March the 1st or March the 2nd. Houston ended up getting extremely sick, just extreme vomiting. I mean, just like outrageously, to the point that we ended up taking him to the ER. And they couldn't figure out what was wrong with him, but later we found out that it was a very severe case of the norovirus. And so Houston ended up with the norovirus, and then it was a week later, Joe Dallas got it, and then I got it. And during the time of once I started the hormone medication to fix my uterus, my milk supply ended up dropping. And so I was just kind of pumping and plunging on and nursing Joe Dallas as he wanted to. He was about to turn 9 months in March. When all of this happened, he had just turned 8 months. And so I was still determined to breastfeed him and everything. My milk supply started dropping on the hormone medication that they put me on. And then whenever I got the norovirus, I got so dehydrated. It was so bad. It took me over a week to recover from that. It was so bad. My milk supply ended up completely drying up from that. So not only and I was still on that hormone medication during that time too. And so it just killed my milk supply. So I breastfed him until he was 9 months. And I think it was like the day before or 2 days before he turned 9 months. And so I'm very proud of myself for sticking out that long. My goal was to make it a year, but it's fine. He actually only takes one bottle now to recent day. He only takes one bottle, and that's in the morning. He eats food all day long. He's such a good eater. And he just drinks his one bottle in the morning now. And so not too bad. But so I'm no longer breastfeeding. And then Houston ended up staying the night in the hospital when he had it. It was so bad. And then, like I said, Joe Dallas got it. Then I got it. And then I was still dealing with the hormone issues. So that's why it took so long for me to get the 12 Days of Cleaning series up for y'all, because we have just been hit really hard with some things. So I hope y'all just kind of understand now what's been going on with our life and why things have been a little inconsistent over here on my channel as far as uploading. But I am asking for y'all to please keep me in your prayers, as I will have surgery here in the next few weeks. So if my schedule gets a little crazy again, it's because I am going to be having surgery, and then I will be on a weight restriction, like a lifting restriction, and so I won't be able to do any of like moving or anything and packing and stuff because of the weight restriction that I'll be on until everything kind of heals up from the surgery. But yeah, so as always, if y'all have any prayer requests, then you can always leave those down in the comments below. Or if you have a praise report, I would also love to read that. But again, I'm asking for your prayers too, as for the surgery to go well.
Deep and abiding, liking for you is all I need. Until my heart gives in, I will do everything I can for you.
But I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. If you did, then make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you are new here, then don't forget to hit that red subscribe button so you can join the Pendry Home family. I'd love to have you over here on my channel. But until next time, bye y'all.